You read anything yet? No, just the Habs so far. Are you just gonna get hammered? Get me a toaster. Magic Angel Robot from Winnipeg.
What the hell are you talking about?
This team is ruining my life. Leafs lose 4, was it 4-0 to the Washington Capitol? Who cares? Who cares? My eyes. I mean, look, shutout. Back-to-back games. 4-0. That's pretty bad. On the bright side, basically, everyone's going to be gone by the time the trade deadline is done. There's no point making this a long video because by the time it's done, the Leafs may have traded Phaneuf for all I know. Something pretty interesting, actually, with everything that's happened over the past few days and Braden Coburn getting traded at close to 2 in the morning and then Jeff Petrie going at like 8 this morning, Roman Polak and Dion Phaneuf are slowly becoming the best defensemen available. That was a good tweet from theleafsnation.com. And I feel like we should all be really excited about that. What I want to know is what would be fair return on all the Leafs' biggest players? I mean, you got guys like Jokinen and Booth and Holzer. I think it'd be nice to get a 6th or a 7th for all of them. Holzer, you may not even be able to deal anymore because he got hurt in last night's game, which is why the Leafs probably shouldn't have played him. Then you got a guy like Polak. If Braden Coburn can get a 1st and a 3rd, I think the Leafs can get a decent haul for Polak, especially with years left on. Not the greatest player, not the biggest cap hit. Joffrey Lupul, it's just rough. I hate that he's being traded at all. Great offensive player, clearly loves being a Toronto Maple Leaf and playing in Toronto. Not the greatest defensive player, and he makes a bunch of money for a bunch of years. For me, with any Lupul deal, it's not about the picks that they get in return, it's that they don't retain salary. It's a miracle the Leafs didn't have to retain salary on Clarkson. A damned miracle. And it looks like in any Phaneuf deal, they're probably going to have to retain salary. So with Lupul, if you can, even if that means sacrificing the quality of picks coming back, you avoid it. And then Phaneuf is interesting just because of what an albatross the contract is compared to what kind of a player he is. The one I've been hearing reporting is the Leafs are looking at Stephen Weiss out of Detroit. A few years ago, I'd be pretty excited about that. No, not anymore, no. Bozak, it would be nice to get a prospect and a pick, I think. It's tough because I'm thinking of next year, and if the Leafs are going to get rid of this many players, if not on the trade deadline, then at the draft or something, then you gotta have an NHL roster. Then again, they're 4th last. Couldn't hurt, right? And then there's Phil Kessel. If the Leafs trade him, it's gotta be some kind of package that sees a roster player and or a blue chip prospect and or a 1st round pick and or other picks go. Because the fact of the damn matter is Phil Kessel is one of the best scorers in the game. No, please tell me how he has scored over the last month or so and compare it to the rest of his career. I need to hear it. Go ahead. Put it this way. Phil Kessel is the biggest star that the Toronto Maple Leafs currently have, and one of the best scorers in the NHL over the past half decade or so. The compensation must reflect. And you know what? That's it for this one because the trades are happening currently. Chris Stewart, something about I don't know. So I gotta refresh. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like it. Tell all your friends. And it's come to this, has it? That was a depressing note to end on. To new beginnings. Oh boy.